Viewers, the big story today coming from Birmingham. Viewers, the facts are clear. The truth cannot be obfuscated. The deniers must accept that they failed in their attempt to turn the Hindu victims of Islamist hate attacks in Leicester and Birmingham into villains. Why are we saying this? Because viewers, today, Times Now was able to speak to several eyewitnesses. And they talked about, not Leicester, they talked about the events of yesterday. Indeed, after the mayhem in Leicester, one would have thought that the situation would not roll on any further. The police, after all, had arrested almost 50 people. We are being told through unofficial sources that each one of these people are individuals that belong to other communities, that not one among the 48 or so are Hindus. Viewers, therefore it came as a real shock when we all woke up this morning to visuals of an unprovoked attack in Birmingham. Times Now has accessed visuals of this unprovoked attack on a temple in Birmingham, which was surrounded yesterday by a mob of 300 plus chanting Allahu Akbar. The mob also made obscene gestures at the people assembled inside the temple, and by some accounts threw fireworks and bottles at them. Times Now has got exclusive images from the Durga Bhavan Hindu temple in Smethwick, Birmingham, shot by horrified temple goers. The images show an aggressive crowd, a mob, gathered at the boundary of a temple, chanting and gesturing. Two men even clamber on top of the wall, scale it, and then one with a red bandana around his neck makes obscene gestures at the temple goers, goading them, taunting them. The temple goers are cowering inside the walls. Those are the pictures. Look at the gestures that are being made by this individual. This, viewers, is not the act of anyone who is a victim. This is the act of a bigot hate monger. Through all of this, the police are seen trying to push back the hate mob. Here is the chaos that ensued. Viewers, it was unprovoked, but it wasn't entirely spontaneous. Viewers, the call to surround the temple was given 24 hours earlier. People of the Hindu community remain on edge because the mob issued a dire and chilling warning as they were retreating, as they were being pushed back by the police. Listen to this.
Yo, this is a message from Birmingham to all the BJP and the RSS Hinduphobia supporters. You're not welcome in Birmingham, you're not welcome in Leicester, you're not welcome in Nottingham, you're not welcome anywhere in the UK. None of your speakers, anyone you're trying to call these hate speakers that come down, we're going to turn up for all of them. So stop organising. We're here now, outside the Monday. It's a peaceful protest, we're not causing no trouble. But we turned up just to let you know, if you come down, we're all going to be here for you. Look, show them, look around, even the speakers cancelled. Look how many men have turned up. We've got no issue with Hindus that are from Britain. We've got no issue with British Hindus. We grew up with them, we know all of them. But the rest of you BJP, RSS freshies, if you come in, you're going to get met by us every single time. So if you want to come to Birmingham, Leicester, Nottingham, London, just give us a time and a place and we're there.
Viewers, taken together, it's now clear that what we have witnessed is Hinduphobia. They have no problems with, as they say, Hindus living for all their lives in the UK. But any Hindu who perhaps comes to work there is automatically assumed to be some supporter of the RSS and BJP. Times Now has access proof to show that Hindus were targeted. What is this proof, viewers? 200 masked men at Durga Bhavan Hindu Center. Mob tries to scale the wall of the Durga Bhavan temple. Did all these devotees inside, viewers, have a tag on their forehead that said, "We are BJP and RSS supporters"? No, viewers. And who are these people to decide what our political inclination should be in this country? What is the other proof? An unidentified masked man threatens RSS and BJP, warns BJP, RSS, Hindutva supporters that they're not welcome in this country. Viewers, if you vote the BJP and the RSS because you think that your interests as Hindus will be protected, do you deserve to be beaten, knifed, thrashed? What is the other proof? Mob of masked men seen setting a saffron flag on fire. Why would you be burning a saffron flag? A saffron flag, viewers, flies atop a number of temples in this country. It's not associated with any political movement. Another proof. Temple is vandalized, mob seeing uprooting a saffron flag. Why would you attack a temple? Okay, fine. You were a bit upset that India won a match, that the fans, Indian fans got a bit boisterous. Perhaps a few words were said. But that doesn't mean that you wait for an opportunity almost 2 weeks later and then show up on the day of a Hindu festival and attack a temple. Think about it, viewers. You would only do that if you wanted to drive home a communal message. Another proof. One accused, Adam Yusuf, admitted to carrying knife. Adam among those arrested for violence in Leicester. There have been 2 arrests, and those individuals, both non-Hindus, were carrying weapons. Why would you want to carry a weapon in Leicester 2 weeks after a cricket match and then go and assault Hindus, try to stab them and scale their place of worship? The words and actions of the persons issuing the warning or unleashing violence are indistinguishable from those of the Pakistani state and sundry Islamists like the ISIS and Lashkar-e-Toiba that routinely threaten to exterminate the supporters of the BJP and the RSS. Viewers, should anyone be hunted down for exercising a political preference or choice? Wouldn't that amount to a McCarthyism? Why would those who profess to be champions of democratic freedoms in our country, in India, deliberately overlook this? These aren't the only questions. Here are more that need to be posed to the ecosystem that denies Hinduphobia. Viewers, first question. What or who is compelling some in India to give a clean chit to Islamists from Pakistan by implicating alleged Hindutva extremists? And what is the proof that those who celebrated India's win in Leicester in the last week of August are RSS, BJP backers or supporters? It's a fundamental question. How will the ecosystem's most vocal voices explain the siege of a temple in Birmingham and the unprovoked and dire warnings issued to the Hindu community there? You've just seen them. Third, the ecosystem in India has linked the attacks on Hindus to a backlash for the fictitious Hindutva extremism in India. Will they explain why then are Hindus and other minorities being hunted down in Pakistan and Bangladesh for decades altogether? Was Hindutva mobilization at its peak 50 years ago? 40 years ago? If the Lutyens' pseudo-liberal lobby villainized Hindu processionists in India during Ram Navami for chanting Jai Shri Ram while passing mosques, why are they by the same yardstick not criticizing Islamists from laying siege to temples in UK and chanting Allahu Akbar? Is the desperate need to turn voters against the Modi regime leading some to betray the interests of Hindus settled abroad? Are all those who are speaking up against Hinduphobia today in Leicester and Birmingham RSS and BJP agents? Do Pakistani Muslims deserve to be targeted just because they have maintained a stoic silence on their nation's support of global jihad? Viewers, think about these questions before believing those who are trying to give Islamists a clean chit. I want to now introduce us to Suresh Rajpura, who is a committee member administering the temple that you're seeing on your screens, viewers. Mr. Rajpura, thank you for speaking to us. I know that you're apprehensive about your safety, but what did you witness yesterday during the protests in Birmingham, or let's just say the mob attack on your temple in Birmingham?
Just like many people in Birmingham area, we went to the temple as we normally go every Tuesday to take part in the puja and everything. There were rumors that there's going to be a protest, but all the messages that we received in the WhatsApp said there's going to be a peaceful protest. We were not quite fully aware what was it all about, except that there was a mention of Sadhvi Ritavraji in the messages. But we had learned that the Sadhvi visit was already cancelled well before this protest. But there were a lot of people, about 200 to 300, outside the temple. They were making a lot of noises and chanting the Allahu Akbar Kanara. People were very frightened. They were all inside the compound of the temple itself, and they didn't know what was happening. Fortunately, there was a good presence of the police, which prevented the crowd from either entering the temple or doing any damage. But the people were very scared indeed.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, because some in India have said that Hindutva extremism is spreading to different parts of the world, and this was in response to what has been happening in the UK. How do you respond to this kind of commentary?
Right. My response would be this, and I will be very, very categorical. In Leicester, which is a town about 50, 60 miles from Birmingham, in Leicester, the police arrested some 48 people. Of the arrested people, there is not one that single Hindu name in there. So I don't know how these Hindu youths were attacking Muslim crowds or people. That's beyond belief. I have no evidence to prove. Hindus by nature, they are vegetarian. They promote ahimsa. So this kind of aggression is not inbuilt in their psyche. I may have a difference of opinion with you, but I wouldn't really hurt you or attack you physically.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rajpura, revealing what is being talked about now increasingly, that all of those who have been arrested, in fact, none of those who have been arrested are from the Hindu community. That says a lot, viewers. Think about that. The British police have no reason to be discriminatory here.